Hey, this is Brook. Whoa, let's think about the CAGED, C-A-G-E-D, the CAGED system. I remember one of my students, I think it was about the year 1998, maybe it was 2000, but he was trying to tell me about the CAGED system. I'm like, man, I don't want to hear about it. I think I was too maxed out playing gigs all the time. I was playing in about 7 bands at that time. But later I realized he was totally correct. Well, I do have, on page 38 in my chord book, I do have a page on the CAGED system, at least the basic shapes. It's a very basic introduction. It is worth studying, and it might take some people extra time. It really took me time to even think about it, but I was already using it. I just didn't know what it was called, or I didn't care. So, if you don't care, that's okay. You might come back to it later, but C-A-G-E-D, CAGED. So that means you're going to take a C chord, move it up to a D, and to E, and so forth. It's basically talking about shapes. So that's your pattern 1 is C shapes, and they go up the neck. I'll show you in a minute. Pattern 2 are A shapes, and they go A chord, slide it up and make a B chord, same shape. It's an A chord shape. Slide it up one more, you got a C, and so forth. Just keep going. That's pattern 2. Pattern 3 is the G chord shape. Take a G chord, slide it up, make an A. That's pretty hard to do. Slide it up, make a B, and so forth. That's pattern 3. Pattern 4 is the E shape, probably the best one. E shape. Slide it up 1 fret, make a F. Slide it up 2 more frets, make a G, and keep going. And then pattern 5 is the D shape, which a lot of these overlap. The D shape is very close to a C shape. See that D shape in the C shape? It gets a little confusing, but it really is logical. The D chord moves up to E and F and so forth. All right, let's see if I can play some of that. And they also make scales and arpeggios out of the CAGED system. That's a big step. Let's just do C. C chord, slide it up 2 frets, you got D. But some of the strings didn't make the trip, so you have to account for that. So you have to bar. That's like, oops. So when Under the Bridge was popular, kids would come in every week. What do you want to do? I want to play Under the Bridge. Okay, put your fingers here. Like, ow! The kids would cry. Like, okay, here's a Kleenex. Now get to work. Learn that shape. And they come back the next week. Well, I want to play Under the Bridge. Did you work on the chord? Like, what chord? Dude! Learn the shape, man. It's like that. Up here, it's E. It gets easier. F, G, A. All right, and you use that to make arpeggios or scales. Based on the C chord shape. So you can make, this is A flat, G, G flat, F, E, E flat, D, D flat, and C. It's all the same shape, but again, you have to bar. Okay, that's pattern 1. You can make chords, scales, and arpeggios, and riffs, and leads, and solos, and melodies, and whatever you do on guitar. Pattern 2, A chord shape. There's A, slide it up here, you got B, but you're going to finger it with your ring. C, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. That shape. And from that you can make arpeggios or the scale. pattern 2. Get after it, man. It takes time, though. All right, pattern 3 is the worst one. If this is a G, this is A. You're going to hate me for that. If you play it open, it doesn't really work. You got to add this finger to make it proper. And I don't sit around strumming that. I use that more for use parts of it. That's a C, D, E. What key am I in? I forgot how it goes. There it is. Very cool, man. The G shape, that's pattern 3. It's gonna kill you, but learn it. I expect you to master that. If you got my book, look at page 38, and yeah, you're gonna scream bloody murder when you do this. Okay, when you get to that, just do this, and maybe bring that in, and do parts of it. Partial. Little bits at a time. Over time, take it up the neck. It's easier up here. Here's way up here. Here's G, G, but you got a bar. So, yeah, make sure that there's a blank fret between them with no fingers. That's pattern 3. Pattern 4 is E, E, F, F sharp, G. You already know that. G sharp, A. Then you make a scale based on that chord shape or the arpeggio. Pattern 4 is E shape. Took me a long time to remember what number it is. I still have to double check. So don't worry if you don't know the exact number of the chords right now. Just realize C, A, G, E, D are your main shapes and you move them up the neck. Alright, number 5 is D, the D chord shape. D. You can just do this. D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. You could slosh from Guns N' Roses did based on that chord. Now the rub is you got to get the root in, or you don't have to, but you can. Then the root kind of defines it. Here's the root for E, F. See that big stretch there? You got to have an open fret here. Nothing there on that. No fingers on that fret. So just visualize a D chord. It's actually pretty hard. What's that? A, B. See, I'm struggling. B. What's that? B. Here's C and D. Yikes. Visualize the D chord. And then you've got your pattern, and then you can do arpeggio. Oops. Or scale. Not sure how we do this. So it kind of overlaps with this one. So these shapes will always overlap, which makes it a little bit murky, but that I just use that as an advantage to where, you know, like, well, which shape are you using? I don't know, both of them, 2 or 3. I smoosh them all together. So if you combined like C major with all the shapes, it'd be like, That's all the shapes. I was already just playing the whole neck, so, they're like, now you must stay in this box. I'm like, okay. I already knew the whole neck in all 12 keys, but I hadn't thought of it like with the terminology of the CAGED system. So don't let it intimidate you. But I would just make sure you got these, C, A, G, E, D chords down. The two most important ones, in my opinion, as a rock and roll bar scum guitar player, are the E chord shape, move that up the neck, and the A chord shape. After that, I would prioritize the C chord shape, followed by the D chord shape. If you can do those, you're doing amazing. If you want to add the G chord and move it up later, cut yourself some slack, but don't snooze on that. Don't just exist in ignorance. The information is out there. It's been proven by guitar players way before our time. They have mastered and explained this, so it is a structure that does function and work. It will serve us. You just have to do the work. CAGED system. Look it up. Also, in Chord Tone Soloing, the book by Barrett Tagliarino, I have recommended for many years, has a wonderful chapters on the CAGED system, and he applies it very well. So not only are you going to just do the major chords, you're going to do minor, dominant seventh, minor seventh, minor 7 flat 5, augmented and diminished. I don't know if there's other ones, but the CAGED system definitely expands as, once you learn a musical idea and you can wrap your mind around it and get your fingers working, then you'll find it starts expanding and it crosses over to other concepts that we study. So it all becomes just like the universe. It's always expanding, and it's endless. There's no end to this stuff, but it does set you on a path to understand the universe of guitar. Everything on guitar can be traced back to the CAGED system. So I have a guitar player, a guitar student that's just beginning that, and the reason I set him on the CAGED system, because he came in last lesson, he just went, now what, teacher? I'm like, you're ready. You are prepared. You've done the work. He played the circle of fourths as found in my chord book. And man, I was so hyped up by that. I immediately gave him a copy of Chord Tone Soloing. So look up that book, Chord Tone Soloing, if you would. Or just look up my book if you want. Or just follow the video or follow anything you want. That's my recommendation. But learn your CAGED system. And I've got some exercises in my chord book, like using power chords and stuff, where you play around the circle of fifths and fourths. That's a start, but just, I've got a lot of chords in my chord book, and they're all based on the CAGED system. So just work your way through my book as you can, and ask me questions if you get frustrated or stuck, and I'll make a video for you. Thank you. And I really got to get ready for my gig tonight, man. Why am I doing this? I should be doing something else. But instead, I'm getting all worked up about the CAGED system. All right. Thank you for letting me show you that. And good job to all who have begun the CAGED system. It's kind of a never-ending project, but I enjoy reviewing it. So thanks for letting me have fun talking about it. Bye.